All right, everyone, welcome to the third week of the fourth marking period. And this week we're going to be Columbian Exchange. For this week, you will be using this presentation to guide yourself through the learning along with the lesson guide. That doesn't want to load. Oh, here we go. Okay. So you will open both documents just like you did last week for the Renaissance lesson. Okay. And as you notice, it's been broken up into days. So this week, the mastery objective is you will be able to describe the Columbian Exchange and explain who benefited the most and the least from this exchange. Okay. As always, you can either click this symbol here to get a copy of the guide, or you can use the one that your teacher attached to this assignment in Classroom. And if you click on this symbol, wherever you see it, it will read the text aloud to you. Okay. And we all need to thank Mr. Ferrante for doing that for us because it's amazing. All right, the daily pacing guide. Today, the first day, Monday, okay, you'll be reviewing the objective, the instructions, you'll be looking at the pacing guide, and you will do the activator and picture analysis questions on your guide. Okay, so that is for today, Monday. On your lesson guide, okay, you'll have the activator here and the picture analysis, and that's all you're doing for the first day. Okay. These pictures are amazing and very interesting. Okay, so for your first picture, the activator, you can click on it to get a bigger version of it if you click it there. Okay, so you can see the details. You're going to be focusing on what objects do you see the Europeans holding, and what do those objects represent? And is this a positive or negative portrayal of the colonization of the Americans, of the Americas? So does this picture give us a positive idea or a negative idea? And explain your thinking. Okay, and you'll capture all of that here. We have some sentence starters for you in case you have trouble getting started. Next, you will do another picture analysis. Okay, this is the same painting here, but it has been modified by a modern artist, and it changes the meaning of this picture. So you're still going to be answering some questions. Who's covered up? Who is still visible? Why do you think the artist covered up certain people? And do you think this artist shared the same opinion as the artist who painted this? Do they have the same interpretation of this event? Okay, and you will answer those questions here. Okay, and again, we have sentence starters if you want to use them. If you don't want to use them, just delete them and do your own. And that is it for day 1. Okay, and we have a fun little fact here for you to end the day. Day 2, you will be reviewing the slides, Old World versus New World, and the Columbian Exchange. You're going to watch a video called the Schoolyard Wrap, which is about the Columbian Exchange, and you'll complete that section of your lesson guide. Make sure you are focusing on what is being shown on this map, okay? And what we mean when we say New World and Old World, okay? We know that these continents have all existed for the same amount of time, but when we talk about Old World, we're talking about Europe, Asia, and Africa, the continents where civilization started. And New World refers to the land that was, quote, discovered, unquote, by Europeans in the 1400s, which also includes Australia. Okay, this gives you some examples of what kinds of things, what kinds of goods were included in the Columbian Exchange. Okay, so take a look at that map. Okay, and down here, you don't have anything to do for these until you get to the Schoolyard Wrap. Okay, so you're going to watch this video. The links, the lyrics, if you click right here, will pop up, and those lyrics will help you answer the questions on the guide because the song does move a little bit fast. So if it were me, I would listen to the song first, then pull up the lyrics to answer these questions here. And you are done for day 2. Okay, day 3, you're going to watch a video called The Exchange Begins, and you're going to record the items that were transferred between the old world and the new world as part of the Columbian Exchange. Okay, that's the end of day 3. Day 4, you're going to watch the videos Effects of Exchange and Problems with Exchange. There are some videos attached to it. So as you watch the 2 videos, you're going to use bullet points. What were some of the positive effects of the Columbian Exchange? And what were some of the negative effects of the Columbian Exchange? And you'll have to use both videos in order to answer that fully. Okay, and I would say you need to have at least 5 bullet points on each of these in order to show that you understood. Okay, that's all you're going to do for day 4. Okay, day 5 is where you're going to do your formative assessment to show what you learned this week. Okay, so if you come down to the lesson guide, you have 2 options for demonstrating your learning this week. The first is you can answer in a paragraph below, answering this question here. So you can type your answers here. There's some sentence starters. The question you're answering is, who do you think benefited the most from the Columbian Exchange? Europeans, indigenous people, which are the native people who lived in the Americas, or Africans. Okay. Your other option is to create a cartoon that answers the question in 1 to 3 frames. Okay. And your cartoon has to have captions, it has to have evidence, stuff that you learned from this series of videos and activities that you did. You don't necessarily need to cite your evidence because we know where you got it from. And you also have to make sure that however that you can submit this electronically, so you can either draw it by hand and take a picture and then paste it into this box below, or if you're super good at online animation or drawing, you can do whatever it is on the website and put the link here for whatever it is that you created, or if there's some way to copy and paste it. Just make sure that we have access to your creation, whatever it is. So if you need to change the sharing permissions so that people besides you can see it, make sure that you shared it with your teacher. If you have questions about this, please just email your teacher and we will be happy to answer your specific questions. Okay, so the instructions are also here. Okay, but you can get this turned in by Friday if you follow our pacing guide. If not, please make sure that you have everything turned in by Sunday. I do want to draw your attention to the checklist for this week real quick. Once I find it. Because we do have some extension opportunities that I would like you to look at this week. There is a lesson on the Protestant Reformation. It's a video that just kind of walks you through what that was. But also, if you click on this link here for the virtual multicultural celebration, since we are not in school right now, we can't do international night. So the International Committee has put together an opportunity for us to do a virtual multicultural celebration. So please take a look at these slides and scroll through it and get information on how you can participate in this event. It's going to be really fun. Even though we can't be together, we can still share our culture virtually. All right, so that's it for this week. Again, if you have questions, please let us know. And please come to office hours Wednesdays and Fridays to get any questions or get any help that you might need with this assignment. Bye, guys. We love you.